Welcome everyone to another video and to a very important video. And this video is all about what happened to the predicted property market crash. Because I haven't seen a crash, I'm going to break down for you where the property market crash has gone. Is there a property market crash coming? And somewhat my prediction of where I think things will go. So starting straight off with 2023, the conversation of the market potentially crashing. And this came from, of course, the interest rates being very high, hitting about 6%, inflation going to a ridiculous amount as well, and the natural cost of living crisis. So this, of course, sparked a controversy of the market looking to collapse. The news, of course, were bringing out certain things which made a lot of people worried to the point where no one was really moving. It was quite a quiet time for sellers and buyers. So naturally, we saw a decrease in the prices of around 3 to, 5% around those regions. Again, it depends on where you live and what area we are talking about here, but there was no sign of dropping in the slightest, and the cost of electricity and gas was not one to mess with. So naturally, the reason why this all happened in the first place was because the government saw the way the market was moving to the point where it was becoming so unaffordable that it would have just completely came crashing down. Because as you know, what comes up always comes down. And the government wanted to really slow things down. And as they were upping the interest rates at a slower pace at first, they started to see that nothing was changing. This meant that the government had to up it even further, to the point where we were moving 0.5s every month, to the point where it hit the 5.5, 6% at most. Once we hit those numbers, the government finally saw that there was such a slowdown to the point where no one was moving. But once again, we still haven't seen the crash. Now they wanted to reduce their interest rates. Not only that, inflation's dropping as well. So we're starting to see a very good level out. The 3 to 5% decrease in the property price was that correction we were looking for. And I can't stress it enough, correction. Not a market crash, a correction. So now where do I see things going in 2024? So we're about 3 or 4 months in now, and we can clearly see that there's been no crash, which everyone was expecting. And interest rates have stayed roughly the same amount. And not only that, inflation, once again, is slightly dropping. Not only that, the heating and electricity are slightly dropping as well, which is amazing because that went well out of control at one stage. So now I'm going to predict the fact that the interest rates will drop to around 3 or 4%. Hopefully by the end of the year, we may see it go up slightly before we see that drop. So it could be end of this year or early next year. And then inflation, of course, will come to a level which everyone can actually live life again. So like I said, the property market will drop by about 3%, but we will start to see a U-turn, an upwards trend, slowly forming, not to the point where it's taking off again, but a slow upwards trend. I would like to say end of this year, early next year. I can't really give you that figure because sometimes at the end of the year, the market naturally slows down anyway, and all of a sudden everyone thinks the market is going to crash again because no one's buying during this period anyway. So let me know down below if you do think there will be a crash, or do you think there won't be. So I've been Hackle, aka Hacks. Don't forget the name, and I'll catch you in the next video.